hit record.
But yeah, had a another 500 series, but it was a single space. But it had the line input on the front because there's another one that you have to take it out. This is single space, but you have to like take it out, flip the little fucking switch, and put it back. It's some bullshit. So he had a 550A that he didn't really use, and I wanted that shit. And I just said, yo, let's make a trade. And he was fucking down. So anyway, yeah, it's really gonna be my first time testing it. I mean, I've used the UAD version, and my buddy Nick, he has a pair of 550Bs, which is the 4-band version. But there is a certain sound with the 550A and just like running shit through it and even like, you know, saturating it without even doing any EQ, you know, moves or whatever. So anyway, these are my buddy's drums. KD. Kizzle Dizzle. Kizzle. Actually, I need to see, let me share this with him. But yeah, so back in the day, he sent me just a bunch of drum patterns, and I mean, they're waveforms, but you know, they're all his beats, you know, so it's pretty cool using not just stock ass shit. Let's see where he is. Okay, sorry, I just wanted to share that with him. Okay, so let's explore this shit. So there's not really anything going on, and then let's just take it like, you know, right now it's on 30 hertz, so I'm gonna fuck with the low shelf, which is this one, and yeah, let's see what fucking 50 hertz sounds like cranked. And then let's bypass it. Ooh, that's nice. It's nice little thump, little thuddy. Let's bring it up to 40. Oh, damn, that sounds so good. Let's take it off. So just listen to that kick drum and how it gets like extended, you know, it kind of gets deeper. Damn, that's what you want right there, bro. That's fucking dope. I know if I go any higher, it's gonna get a little, you know, the closer you get to like, what is this low shelf go to? 400. So, you know, depending on how weak the sound is, you know, maybe you need to fucking boost 400, but let's see. So let's move up to 50. So I just move the way these knobs work is like, there's two knobs on, you know, one on top of another. And this one is the frequency selector, and then this bottom one is the gain. So you can, and it starts in the middle, so as you go this way, and then if you want to cut, you go from middle to left. So let's bypass this. Damn, baby! Listen to that fucking kick drum just go away. And then boom, watch. Now it jumps from 50 to 100, so let's see what that's gonna sound like. Damn. And this could also, you know, for any snares that are in the track too, that's gonna obviously make them a little bit more punchier. So let's bypass this. Now it's off. Oh, damn, listen to that kick drum. And then, damn, that's sweet. All right, let's go to 200. Now this is where it's probably gonna get a little muddy. Yeah, it's already fucking I'm already clipping. But you know, I'm not worried about that too much. So anyway, alright. And then let's move to from 200 to what? 300? I mean, it's still knocky as fuck. And if I had this going into the retro, which this is a tube compressor, man, it gets fucking hot. I can push this much, have it catch a little bit on this, right? And then I can back it down if I wanted to. But this isn't in use right now, so don't worry about it. Bypass. Damn, listen to that fucking, that fucking low end just go away. Damn. And really with these EQs, I mean, you can, you know, dial in a little bit of it if you want it, but I'm just gonna fucking keep it cranked for now so we can really hear it. So now I just moved up to 400. Take that down. So, you know, I'm not really a fan of that, but I did like 50. It's without. Yeah. Alright, let's fuck with the mid-range. So it starts at 200, so we can boost here too if we wanted, you know, for the low shelf, but also we have the mid-range that starts at 200. So we got some overlap. So I wouldn't do it this much, obviously, on 200. And plus, like, if it's the mid-range, I'm probably gonna start at like 800, like, or 1, until I find something I like. So yeah, let's just do some shaping, and I won't crank it so much. That's off. So this is what I'm boosting. Let's see if there's anything else that's better. This is 5K. Let's see what we can do maybe to scoop some stuff out. Let's see. Yeah, let's see what 400. Take this, bypass it in and out. Oh yeah. So on like a kick drum, I'd probably do some scooping, but it kind of fucks with the other instrument, so let's just add a little bit of, I don't know, 5. Let's do some 3K. That sounds good. And then on the high end, the highest shelf, that starts at 2.5. So I'll be a little bit more cautious with that because that was already going to sound pretty insane. So I'm going to add 4 dB. I'm just going to cycle around. So it starts at 2.5 and then 5K, 7K, 10K, which that's nice. Take it off. Get the sizzle. It's off. Here, I'm gonna actually do some cuts on this mid-range. And I can make it up with the high shelf. Damn. I gotta look in the manual for this filter switch to see what actually let me just look that up real quick while we're jamming. Here, let's listen to another beat. And I'm gonna put this in the center. And let's see. Okay, give me a second. I'm just gonna look this up. So API 550A. Okay, here we go. 550A. Yeah, so the 3-band, yeah, hired dual concentric switches. Yeah, okay, so that's what these are called. Concentric. That's cool. So this is just the frequency range. Damn, KD. That's what I'm talking about. These beats are fucking dope. Okay, so let's see. Bandpass. The filter switch applies a 50 hertz and 15K bandpass filter to the entire signal. Oh, okay. So we probably want to leave that off for now. And then the bell shelf switches, so the HF bands are normally in bell mode when the bell is engaged. Yep, the band is switched to shelving mode. Okay, cool. So, yeah, these can be bells and whistles, but they're typically going to be shelves in this situation. And we want to keep this off because this is going to make a high pass at 50 and 15K, 50 hertz and 15K, which is crazy. But sometimes you need that control. You know, you don't need all that low end depending on whatever you're trying to track. So let's fuck around some more. Let's see another one. That's off. It's on. Damn. Now, since it has like that ticky on the top, I mean, probably don't need to boost too much, but I would probably control it before it came here, using like Pro Q3 or 4 actually. Let's fuck with this a little bit more. So I'm fucking with the low shelf frequency selector. It's still boosted all the way like 12 dB. Holy shit. That's fucking crazy. Detail in the low end that you're just not getting normally. Like, listen to that fucking. Here, I don't need to move this. I just turn it off. So you hear that the kind of low bass drummy sound. but all the little knocky sounds, they all come out. They all come out to play. They play. It doesn't fit perfectly in this fucking thing. That's fine. So I probably use something like this up here, the Elysia Transient Designer. I would use that to kind of control some of those really intense plucks or whatever. Not the plucks, but like the transient, just like they're just real pokey. Oh shit, what up, dog? He's a thrice crispy treat. He beats his meat. He's a thrice crispy treat. He beats his meat. Beats his meat at a meet and greet. Beats his meat at a meet and greet. Yo, thrice crispy treat. He beats his meat at a meet and greet. Skeet, motherfucker. Alright, anyway. So let's find another beat. Holy moly. So that one I'm going to control a little bit more going into it. So let's do -10. Well, it's also just a really intense track, so let's just move on from that one. Oh shit. No, the whole loop. So all these tracks right here, if I double click on it, these are all just 2 tracks of drums from my buddy KD. Karush! Daryaie! But you know, when you have like loops like this that aren't kind of, you know, perfectly balanced, you know, he was just kind of doing stuff, doing his beats and stuff. But like, you know, there's a lot of dynamics in this, which is cool, you know what I'm saying? But unless you were gonna, you know, I would probably use like, check this out. So for something like, let's see, not that one, that's heavy. Probably like this one. Before I would even throw it into API, I would use I like to use the standard clip. I mean, you could really use, here, let's just use well, this has a visual thing, so, but anyway, you see these fucking peaks, right? I'll put it in half mode. You see all these peaks, they're just fucking doom. Instead of using a compressor or whatever, I would just drag this clip. And obviously until, you know, you can go really far and clip the shit out of it, you know, but maybe you want that as a parallel thing. But no, like what I would do is just bring this up so that all the peaks were neutral. You know, and you can see that right here, it's reflected in the metering, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe I'd bring it up a little bit more. So like just so that the lower ones, I'll try to match more of the lower ones. So see how like, you can't see my finger, but you see the little tiny ones kind of going by, but I'm catching all the other ones. Oh wait, do I have my, can you not fucking see that shit? Oh, I think my stream is paused. Hold on. Oh, there we go. I'm back. I was like, what the hell? I thought I couldn't see it on the other screen. Alright, anyway. So yeah, you can see I'm fucking clipping that. So let's go back. And just in general, I mean, this is already gonna hit my shit a little too hard, so I'm gonna go back, do -10, and that way we have a little bit more headroom. But see here, there's a little, oh yeah, it's because I'm stupid. I lowered the volume going into it. So I gotta adjust the clipping. Okay, anyway, let's go back to this. Damn, that fucking kick drum is gone. And then let's bring up some high end. Damn, dude, that's crazy. There's so much life and detail. And I'd probably, actually, I can hear some mid-range that also wants to come up. But I gotta make sure I don't get like that boxy sound. I mean, listen to that. I know you're hearing a volume boost too here. Let me see if I can. Well, no, I can't adjust that. Not easily, that is. But regardless, the tone of the drums are just completely different. So let's see what else we got. Not that one. So see, that can probably bring this one up. Let's see, I'm not really too worried about the clipping here. Let's see if I can even boost this more. Yeah, see, I gotta be careful how much I fucking... Well, with this one, it's just a little bit too much low end already to begin with in the track, so me having it for his like rock kick drums, this would, that, you know, plus 20 or whatever would have been cool, or plus 12, sorry. But still, like, even just a moderate amount, like around 6. Here, we fucking... So when you warp it, it changes the tempo, but it's fine. Now I can at least loop it. So anyway, all right, let's go back to this. So I'm just doing like a fucking 20 dB boost on the high shelf. Then we'll get some upper mids. We'll do like 4, let's see. Start at 5. But listen to that extra little detail that comes out. Let's go over here. Off. It sounds like a fucking fart noise he added in there. So let's see. Let's go up to 400 and let's make it a bell instead of a shelf, since he already has stuff in that, like the low end. Let's do... So it's like 300 with the bell. I know he's not using a fart because that's just not what he would do, but it's just funny. Didn't have so much highs already, I would probably like the highs a little bit more, but because he already has enough, I don't really need to do anything in that department. So but for fun, let's put this back to neutral and see what this fucker I can with the Cranborn. This is what I love about this shit, bro. Check this out. So the Cranborn, this is the lunchbox that all of this stuff, you know, fits in. It has, on every channel, it has a cast. Like you have 3 different options: cast, analog, or ADAT. So like that little box, that's the cast box, right? So like say, you know, and it runs off of Ethernet. There's no power, nothing. You just fucking, you can run a fucking long ass Ethernet cable, you know, just to this box. And then you got 2 inputs and 2 outputs. And you also get a headphone fucking preamp, which is badass. But, so that means that I can plug directly into this and go to the API if I have it on cast, right? So that means like I can have 3 different sources basically. Like, well, the third one, ADAT, would be unlimited because I could run anything to it. But either way, if I have it on cast and I leave something plugged in, then that means I'm always going through it. And then if I switch it to analog, on the back of the Cranborn, there's XLR inputs. So I can have another source going into that that's completely different than that. And I don't have to unplug anything. So that's already 2, you know, and then ADAT, you just switch it over there. And then now you're running anything from your DAW, you know what I mean? So it just makes it easy to test out different things without like a patch bay. Which I do have, but that's down there. With the H3000, baby. Oh yeah. So, but also this thing can, you can pass audio to the next, you know, if I wanted to run this into this, I just hit this fucking channel or this chain button, and now I'm in chain. So in theory, let me turn this down. And if I hit play, yeah, the knob is, the VU meter's going. But that means I gotta change my, I gotta change it to retro. So this retro compressor, listen, look at that motherfucker go. Let's back it down. But this is a very mu compressor. Like it has tubes in it. And it fucking, oh yeah, when you put it in double mode, it's for faster transients. And then this is kind of like an 1176 in terms of how the knobs work. Like all the way left is technically the slow little bit. Okay. It's gonna be subtle unless, like, here, let me push into it a little bit more. Like you hear, like when you hit the, you can hear it when it hits the tubes a little bit more. It gets a little bit more smacky. So it's on and then bypass. See, it's just a little bit more. It's just a little bland, you know. But this has a little bit more excitement. Obviously, this is a little heavy. Let's move it to single. So yeah, obviously I wouldn't be up there. I'd be like, let's see where I like it. Like somewhere like where the VU meter's in the center, like between, I think like between 4 and 7 is like a pretty good zone. And then if the double's too fast, just bring it down to single, see how it kind of carries a little bit more. And then let me crank this fucking low end. And then let me match the gain. I know my fucking hands are on the way, but whatever. Let me make the attack a little faster. Alright, see ya. Probably just have it do real light so that we can keep it neutral. And so I can push more frequency into it. So a little bit goes a long way with this shit. I'm having a lot of fun with this EQ. It's insane. I mean, I love the BAE, don't get me wrong. You know, and I use it, not all the time, but there's just something about these fucking APIs that are just, I don't know, man. Interesting. Okay. Let's listen to some other stuff. Oh yeah, this is the fucking beat that I did a remix to. Ba-ba-ba-bum-ba-dum-bum. Shooby-doo-boom-ba-doo-boom-boom-boom. Boom-ba-doo-boom-ba-boom-boom. Doo-ba-doo-bum-ba-bum-bum-bum. Let's cut some of these. Oh yeah, get that clip on. Then I can really control the compressor, you know. That's without compressor or this, or the EQ, but that's fucking smooth. Yeah, that's a little too much, so That's fucking testing the API. I mean, let's see if there's any other tracks I wanna run through it. Yeah. Let's see. Give me a sec. I'm just gonna keep the beat going while I'm looking around. Scooby-Doo-Boo-Ba-Doo-Boom. Scooby-Doo-Boom-Ba-Doom-Boom. Scooby. Okay. I need to shut that off for a second so I can fucking hear. Where can I easily find stuff? 1 second, peeps. 1 secondo. Okay, let's try this vocal. So this is from a session I did with my friend Daryaie. So let's see. So let's just think about it. So like maybe 100, 200 hertz. We'll leave it on low. And then maybe like fucking 1.5 or something. We'll do that. And then like 5K or something. Let's see what this sounds like just right off the bat. Oh, let me turn off the fucking warping.
Then stop.
So I'm gonna just turn off the compressor for now, but at least we know we can.
Then stop.
Okay, let's see what we can do about
Then stop.
Using this to cut frequencies. Yeah, like.
Then stop. Then stop.
And we're just gonna use bell mode.
And then
we'll do.
stop. Then stop.
I mean, that sounds pretty fucking good. Let's do some compression.
Then stop. Then stop.
Sounds so cool. See what else we got. Just looking at some files. Let's try this one. So we'll warp it. And we'll scorp it. And we'll scaloop it. It's more of a sub-bass sound. And the retro is really good with bass and low end. But particularly with bass. Damn. I mean, just even doing that. So let's go a little lower. Let's go like 50. I'm gonna turn the compressor off for a second. That's kind of cool. Bring out that little characteristic. Oh yeah, let's put this in shelf mode instead of bell. Damn, listen to that. And then let's compress it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like you'd think you want to crush it, but this thing just doesn't work like that. And then let me fucking bypass it. Boo! Oh yeah. That already sounds fucking sick. And then here, let me go to OBS real quick. I could probably make this thing fucking huge. Fucking huge! Because we're only dealing with one track, you know? Yeah, that looks good to me. So let's do a test real quick. Well actually, I don't know if that's gonna be easy or not. Without the compressor, it will be easy. So what we're gonna do is group it, go to chain, make a new chain, and then we're gonna have this go to two different things at once. So on this chain, I'm gonna name it API. On this chain, Neve. This is actually, I should probably be doing this a lot more. So let's see, Neve. And then let me get some levels for that. And then say I can solo between them. So obviously this one's a little chiller, so let's go to 0. And then let's see what I'm doing. So 300 or 30 hertz and 12 dB. So if I engage the EQ and I say 35, that's all it has. That's pretty good. And then, do I got a 1.5 on here? I got a 1.6. Works for me. Cool. And then the shelf, what is that? 7? Here, let's just go to 10 so we both have 10. So now you're really gonna be able to hear the difference between the Neve and the API. So a little goes a long way on the Neve versus the API. Like this is at like +9, you know. I don't need. Let's see what that sounds like. Like, even though these are broader strokes on both of these, like this isn't surgical at all. I think the Neve is like a little bit more rounder, like a Pultec, than the API. So that's why like this sounds a little more forward and this sounds like, I don't know how to explain it. Like It's just rounder, but it's not being pushed, you know, it's more silkier, smoother. But that's crazy how like basically the same frequency response or like selections, you know, you're obviously gonna, that's why you use a Neve on certain things and you use API on certain things. But you know, I could fucking go into this and then go into this, you know, for an additional, like say maybe I did some cuts or something with this and then I made it up with this. That's not doing anything, so. That's fucking crazy. Let's see if I can. Let me go back here. So it's just like the low end is like creeping up. So let me just go to 60 real quick. Yeah, you won't be able to get these to sound anyway. Like they can't sound identical. It's impossible. That's a nice cut. Got a dirty pot, maybe. Yeah, it's just not as, I need to get this plugin, the plugin doctor. I need to hit my buddy Marcus the Geek, and ask him for some plugins again so I can test to see what the curves look like. That's pretty cool. Alright, anyway. See if there's anything else that I want to process. I don't really have like a 2-track that's not already processed. Like it's just not, it's not my nature. Just looking around 1 second. Nope. Damn, that's a crazy fucking beat though. What's this? Okay. I don't know. Let's just fuck around with this. Yep, make it mono. Clip the fucking. Okay, let's restart this. This is just a beat I have. I think this actually is. I just kind of bounced it real quick, so it's a good test. Alright, so let's get rid of some fucking boxiness. think I need to bring those in. Sounds better like this. And then let's see what I can do on the Neve. The API and the Neve. This is just it's a little bit more like sharper on the more just brings up that snare in like a more sharper way on the Neve. But I like the way it sounds like on the API. Oh shit, this one. That's both of them, holy shit. That's pretty cool. I could do that if I wanted to. I just wanted to test this out, and yeah, fucking made sure I got on stream to do it. Alrighty, I'm out of here. Hello, bye.